Welcome back to the channel. I'm JustMoparJoe, and I want to do a quick intro into what I got going on here. So if you're new, I've been working on my 70 Dodge Challenger. It's a Vanishing Point tribute car, we'll call it. And I've got a 5.7 Hemi out of a 05 Durango. That I swapped into it. It's got a 6.1 cam, ported heads, and right now it's got the OC Performance dual plane intake, and it's got fast fuel injection. So I got all that hooked up and took the car for a drive, and basically the center pin came out of that old rear end. The old rear end was a 7 1/4. So it is an E-body, 7 1/4. And I'll throw a chart up here. The only 8 3/4 that I had was out of a 69 Satellite. So it actually had a pretty easy life behind a 318 2-barrel. So what I did, and Joe actually helped me, and I appreciate it. We pulled the old springs off and we totally cleaned this rear end up. Check the brakes out. Brakes look really nice. It's still got the colored springs inside the brake drums. Shoes look good. I was able to use one of the brake lines off my old rear end. I bought stainless lines for that other rear, but a Challenger rear end is a little bit wider. So and see, it's even like from that line right there. If we want to reference later.
22.
Aren't you?
I'm at center line.
That's center, and that's center for me.
Okay.
And then we need to go to 46, right?
You said 46.
So our new center will be
1 inch, 1 inch.
23 and 23.
Yeah, 1 inch, 1 inch.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I had to move the spring perches. My stock perches were 46 inches on center, and this B-body rear end was 44 on center, from the center of the perch to center of the perch. So I had some new perches, and I realized they make a kit, or they used to. I think I might actually have one that has kind of a crooked shackle on it, and a box that kind of offsets your the front of your spring. I didn't want to do that, and this was just kind of the easiest way for me. Go ahead and move those. We got the rear end set up, and basically just set the new perches at the same degree, whatever you want to call it, as the old perches.
Tacky? Yep. Other side too. Just one little tack. How about? All right, now. And then you can go up this side.
It's just tacky.
Okay, that's at 0. We're going to come back, we're going to check it again.
Okay.
Precise.
I'm gonna put this right here. Let me go to this other side a little bit.
here, Joe. Pull over here.
And we could just take the wheel off of it and roll it out on top of floor jack. They got to come off anyway.
All right, let's do that.
A little bit.
Lift up over here.
I'm going to lift up towards you.
You got your parking brakes on?
Emergency brake cable. And I think it's just stuck.
There it is.
It wasn't actually doing anything.
Same over here? What's stuck on? Still stuck over here.
Come on out. So we go ahead and stick the rear underneath the car, and the springs that I'm using actually came out of a 70 AAR CUDA, and I've got that. I got a picture of that part number somewhere, and they're a lot nicer spring. They were pulled off of the CUDA in, I would say, the early 80s, so they didn't have a lot of wear and tear on them, and they actually raised up the back of my car a couple inches over the wore out slant 6 springs that I had. So you'll get to see that. This does kind of pull the tires in some. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do with that yet. I mean, I can fit a bigger tire, but it's just a street car. These are, I left the chunk in that rear end. It's a 742 housing, last 3 digits, and it actually had a 276 tag on it still. So I left all that in there. I'm gonna try it out. It's probably, I might be able to run 150 miles per hour if I need to, but I doubt it. But yeah,
that was amazing.
That's what I got going on. I appreciate y'all watching, and here we go.
It's like it was made for it or something. What I might need to do now is push and pull that forward and backward just to get that hole. Do the tighten. I think that's how U-bolts are supposed to be. My plate slipped. So.
There it is. Contact. Stop. Stop.
I think we're pretty good. Let me get that other side on, and then. Ow. I think that's tight enough. What do you think?
Probably.
Let me do this side.
Alright, so let me do a quick walk around and show you here. These are those springs from that AAR CUDA. And it did raise up the back just a little bit, which I'm okay with. The rear end is, I think, 1.5 inches narrower than the factory, maybe 2. I'll have to look at my chart again. But yeah, I measured that gap there, and I think it was about 3.25. My closest spot is in here. Maybe you can see that. It's about 3/4 inch from the spring. But there's that 8 3/4. It's under there now. Got to get my drive shaft cut down, which should happen hopefully this week. And I got to get one more piece of brake line to go over the back of the axle. I thought about maybe buying some adapters just to space that out about. I could, if I went 2 inches, it would bring it on out, kind of make it look more factory. This is not a race car. I wanted something, you know, nice I can drive around in. And currently, I don't know if I showed you that or not, but it's got 276 gears in it. So hopefully it ought to fly like Kowalski. I'll have to do a video about that, I guess. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. I'm just Mopar Joe. Check out my channel, and I'll see you next time.